abstraction series at the minute, and I'm going to go through two specific techniques to create this and to create this. Now, bear in mind, I've not had the best resources to take my pictures with tonight. It was on my fairly mediocre self-facing mobile phone camera, so I would expect the quality of your photographs to be better, but this is more about learning how to do the technique. So these are the two we're going to learn, and they're really straightforward and easy. So just bear in mind, I have pre-cut out my photographs because the background was my living room wall, and I have just removed the saturation to make them almost black and white. Right, so really simply, we're going to create a brand new layer, and I'm just going to pop this behind any of the portraits, and I'm going to use the fill bucket tool, and I'm just going to turn it slightly grey and pop that in so we have a background. Next thing I'm going to do is just pop to the top here, and then I'm going to go to rectangle tool. I'm just going to make sure there's no stroke. I'm going to put the fill, that the stroke's like the outline, and the fill I'm just going to have as black, but the colour's not actually that important. And I'm just going to draw in a rectangle that I want to use. So I'll pop one in there. Next thing, I'm going to hold Command and press J, and I'm going to duplicate that rectangle. And then I'm just going to move that across. I'm going to try and keep the distance relatively similar. You can use your arrow keys if you need to. And I'm just going to hazard a guess and say that's probably about right. I imagine there's a more exact way of doing it, but that's how I'm doing it today. So I've used Command J to duplicate it, I've moved it to where I want it to go, and then I'm going to highlight both of them, as you can see here, and then I'm going to do Command E to merge those layers. Once they're merged, I'm then going to do Command J and duplicate them once again. And move it into place. I'm not quite sure why it hasn't duplicated both of them, but I will battle that in a moment. I'm just going to Command E, pop those layers together again, and then I'm going to Command J them. There we go, that's better. And create the next set. And once again then, I'm going to merge those layers, and then duplicate it once more, and just fill in that end gap. That's fine, I'm perfectly happy with that. I'm going to highlight both again and use Command E to merge those layers. Now I have this lovely sort of jail sort of bar effect, which I'm going to pop there. And what you can do when you create shapes on Photoshop is select the shape outline. So I'm going to hold Command, and then I'm going to hover over the layer where the actual little icon of the layer is, and I'm going to click it. As you can see, it's selected my shapes. They're a little bit skewy, some higher, some lower, but that doesn't really matter because I'm just thinking about what's in the area of the picture. And then I'm going to pop over the top and highlight the layer with my image in, and then I'm just going to press delete. And that has deleted part of my image. Now you can do Command D to deselect, and then hide the layer, that is your shapes, and then you have your layer that has been deleted. Now you can move that around and then recrop it if you wish, but that's generally how you would achieve that technique. Now again, I'd want you to think more about the pictures themselves and how you can match them up. You might want to make sure that the sizes or the distances are more similar, so you might want to transform your pictures using Command T beforehand to make them match up a little better. But that was really just to quickly show you the technique. Now as you can see in this version of it, I have duplicated it and flipped it round and realigned it. So let's have a quick look at that now, so you could potentially achieve a second experiment. So this is the one I've just completed. I'm going to hide that layer underneath. So now we've got one where it's just got the gaps, which, you know, could be an experiment in itself. Now, to duplicate this, I'm going to use Command and J to duplicate that layer. And then using Command and T to free transform, I'm going to pop up here where all these little percentages and angles, etc. I'm going to go to the width. I'm going to click right at the start of that. I'm just going to pop in a little minus, and that flips the image back on itself. I'm happy with that. And then just using the move tool, or if you've not got it on already, it's Command V, not Command V, sorry, that's a lie, just V, and then you can realign it. Once I'm happy with that, I'm then going to crop the image by pressing C, which opens the crop tool, and I'm just going to crop it to a distance I am happy with, and then you have your next experiment. So that's 2 really quick abstraction techniques you can use in your GCSE there. Give it a go.